We'll get this situated in just a second. Before I get started, I'd like to hear a round of applause for our Navy bringing one home for us the other day. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jerry Jones, and I'm a resident of Ringgold, Georgia. I have come today to voice my frustration with our current situation, as I am sure you are as well. Let me be clear. I have never been a part of a public protest. There have been many issues over the past 20 years which have upset and frustrate me. But not once did I take to the street in protest. I know many people here today and at other tea parties across the country are attending their first protest as well. Why is this issue so important to us? I certainly cannot answer for you or anyone else, but I'll explain why today I chose to be here and would be nowhere else. A local radio talk show host asked a question on air around Independence Day of 1995, I believe. The question was, what would it take for you to join in a true revolution? I thought for a moment and decided to call in. My answer was, when the government takes more than half of my income in taxes. Ladies and gentlemen, there are many of us here today where this is the case. There are many here today that are paying over 30% of their income in federal income taxes, 10% of their purchase and sales taxes, 30% of what they spend in fuel is taxes. Add in property taxes, capital gains taxes, user fees, among many, many other government payments, and some are paying more than half of their earnings in taxes. Therefore, true to my word, I am here today to announce it is time we ask ourselves, what will our revolution be? We are here today because we believe our government is spending too much. Some estimate over 90% of the federal budget is on items which the government should have no influence. I'm sure that's an extreme example. Therefore, let's just assume 1/4 of it is wasteful. That would be about $1 trillion for next year. Now, let me explain exactly how large $1 trillion is. You would need to take the entire lifetime earnings of every person at one sold-out Georgia or Tennessee football game and the earnings of their children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren before you reached $1 trillion. It would cost every man, woman, and child in the states of Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, and North Carolina about $20,000 each to equate to $1 trillion. Before a problem can be solved, the origin of the problem must be identified. So whose fault is this mess? I do not blame Democrats. I do not blame Republicans. I do not blame Pelosi, Reid, Obama, or Bush. I blame myself, and I blame you. We are the problem. We must stop rewarding our representatives and elected officials who are taking money and money from others. We must stop electing people who support the federal spending of money of which our Constitution plainly dictates is not permitted. This includes money spent in your state and your district. Should our federal government be spending money to pave or redo portions of Highway 153? No more than they should be spending money for energy-saving lights in downtown Detroit. Should our government be spending money to widen Cloud Springs Road in my own district? No more than federal money should be spent to research the great genetics in the state of New York. It is easy for us to criticize the poor, but remember, they don't bring the money home without another congressman or senator taking money home back to their constituents. This cycle must end. Our Constitution is pretty simple, but yet a brilliant document. Our Constitution clearly outlines on what our federal government should spend money. Outside of those specific parameters, our states or local governments should collect taxes to pay for those projects. Our problem did not come to us overnight, nor will the solution be realized overnight. However, we must start now. We must reject all unconstitutional government spending. We must remove all incumbents. If you support Republicans and your incumbent is a Republican, support his opponent in the primary. The same for Democrats. Support a third-party candidate if you must. The only way to solve this problem is to remove those responsible for the problem. I know not of one single elected official who is exempt from this call. Remove them all. If their replacements do no better, remove them. If they do no better, remove them. But at some point, our elected officials will get the point. We demand our government to stop spending money and stop spending it now. If not now, when? If not us, who? Thank you.
Boy, was he fired or what? Whew. Okay, well, he just